Hey guys, welcome to Kitchen Talk with Granna. Hope everybody's having a great day today. I'm having a great day. It's really nice outside. So before we jump off into our conversation today, you guys know what the routine is. Go ahead, right on down there at the bottom of your screen. Go ahead and take care of that thumbs up button. Go ahead and share my video with all your family and friends. And if this is your first time checking out Kitchen Talk with Granna, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and become one of my followers, okay? All right, thank you guys for all the support, appreciate it. All right, so let's jump off into it. Let's just jump off into it and get it going. Guys, we had the election last week, one of the most big election of my time. I mean, well, not the biggest of my time, because back when Obama became president, that was very important. Also, that was a historical moment when Obama became president, because he was the first black man to become president of the United States. But this was second to that. This was a very important presidential run this year. And it has taken all week for them to get those electoral votes to where they need to be to determine who is going to be our next president. So those votes came in on Saturday, and it came in and it was down to like Georgia, Pennsylvania, Nevada, I think it may have been maybe North Carolina, a couple other states, but Pennsylvania had the biggest electoral votes still out there waiting to see who was going to gain those votes. And Joe Biden has been declared the next president, the 46th president of the United States. He got the Pennsylvania, Philadelphia electoral votes, which took him to 273 of the electoral votes, and you have to have 270 to get to that point. So I'm so happy and so glad that maybe we would see a change coming to this world. You know, I mean, we all know that Donald Trump is going to fight this. He's already said it. He's been saying it from day one. He's been saying it for months and months at a time, that he's just not going to just, you know, make this a smooth transition. He's already said that. But, you know, you can't lie. You know, the votes doesn't lie. You know, he wanted the people to vote, and he, you know, this, you know, we're supposed to be able to cast our vote and let the votes count, and that includes the absentees, the mail-in votes, and all that. And that's what it is. You know, Donald Trump has already said that it's been fraud and all this kind of stuff. He did not want to go through the process. He's already filed different types of claims trying to get those votes start being counted. And, you know, you just have to be patient. You have to sit back, because, you know, and let the process do what it do. And at the end of the day, Joe Biden won, and he won it honestly. You know, he is not the one in there counting those votes. He's not the one that sent those votes in. There was parties from both sides there counting those votes. And there was even Republican people in these different representatives in these different states, the senators and governors, you know, speaking about the things that Donald Trump was saying about the fraud in their states and stuff like that. You know, it's just crazy. But I just want to, you know, kudos, congratulations, you know, all of that to President Joe Biden and Vice President Kamala Harris. You know, that just sounds so good, Vice President Kamala Harris. Oh my God, oh my God. I have lived to see the first black president of the United States, and now I have lived to witness the first female, and on top of that, being the first black female of color to be in the highest office there is in the United States. I mean, amazing, amazing. You know, she's gonna represent all the women, not just the women of color. She's going to represent all the women, you know, and things will, get a different view coming from a woman's view. Of course, she has to do her job, and she's educated enough to do that. That's why he chose her. But I am just so excited that it's almost at the finish line. We know he's going to be the president, but we know there's going to be a fight put up by former president. I'm saying former President Trump because as he's no longer the president, but he's going to fight it. He's going to fight it all the way to the very end. They may have to drag him out that White House, man. They may have to drag this man out of the White House. He do not want to give up, and if he had won, it would have been all good. You have to, accept defeat. You can't always win. And the people have spoken, and that's just what it is. You have to accept what the people of the United States has said. You have to accept their votes. You have to accept who they think is the right person to go into the White House. There was enough people that felt like your time had came to an end, former President Trump, and it was time for a change, and they made that known through their votes. So that is what it is. I am so excited, I just can't even express how excited I was. I have definitely been on pins and needles. I have been watching it very close. I'm like, oh my God, how long is this gonna take? I mean, even, getting up that Saturday morning, I'm looking at it, it's still at 2:53, and I think former President Trump still was at like 2:13. I'm like, oh my God, I know they gotta, make sure they're doing everything right, and it's gonna take time. We don't want them to rush anything, and it takes time to actually physically count these votes, but my God, when is this gonna be over with? And I didn't even see it. I had just kind of like turned it off, like, okay, I'm just not gonna watch anymore for right now. And then I got a call from my son. It's like, Mom, are you watching the news? I'm like, no. They say it might be next week before we know what's what. He's like, no, they just called it. They just called Philadelphia. They just called Pennsylvania. They called it. And I was like, oh my God. So I rushed in there and I was like, oh my God. So, I don't know. I know there's like mixed feelings on both sides of the line. There's mixed feelings on the Republican side. There's mixed feelings on the Democrat side because, to just be honest about it, if it was on the other foot, if Donald Trump had won, then the Republican would be just as happy as the Democrats. So what's the difference? I mean, it is what it is. They would be celebrating. They'd probably be all out in the street just like the Democrats are out there, showing their gratitude and showing their congratulations to President Joe Biden and Vice President Kamala Harris. It will be the same thing. So what's the difference? Why is it so bad for us to be celebrating, and it would be the same way if they had won, if former President Trump had won? It would have been the same thing. So like I said, Donald Trump has got to learn how to take defeat and just pack his bags, get his stuff together, get their little stuff together. He already knew it was a chance. Every 4 years there is a presidential runoff. It's a chance that you may not be reelected. It's a process you have to go through every 4 years. And even if you think you have done the best you can, it's still a chance that you may not be reelected. You should be already prepared. You should be prepared for the best, for the best and the worst. You should be kind of right there on both of them. You shouldn't just go into a re-election. Oh, I'm gonna win. Oh, I'm gonna win. I'm gonna win. Who does that? You can't just go in thinking that. You got to have a little thought in the back of your head that, okay, this might not work out in my favor. In case it doesn't, I need to be prepared to just ease on up out of there. That's the way you should. He's definitely not a good sportsman. You can see that he's not a good sportsman. You all on the TV just whining and crying and all this kind of stuff. Calling talking about folks fraud and talking about this. 1 minute you said stop the counts, and then I think a day or two, like that Friday night or something, where's the military votes? Where's the military absentee vote? But you just told them to stop counting the votes, so why are you worried about the military votes now? You told them not to count them. You told them stop. Now you worried about the military votes coming in Georgia when you just said don't count no more votes. What do you? Which is it? What do you want? You can't have it both ways. You can't eat your ice cream and cake too. Which one do you want? So it's just crazy. This man. I mean, I'm not feeling no kind of way about him losing. You know, I would have been feeling a little sad if President Biden had not won, you know, but if that had been the case, then what could you do about it? I would have had to accept that and deal with former President Trump for another 4 years. You know, I wasn't happy when he was chosen against Hillary Clinton, but that's what it was. The people voted, they spoke, he got it, he did his 4 years, was nothing the Democrats could do about it. That's who they wanted in there at that time. And that's the way it should be now, you know. He won, he beat Hillary, and that's what it was, you know. So now you have lost to President Biden. So move on, pack your stuff, get all your stuff together, and be ready to walk up out of there come January the 21st. Gone back to Florida or New York or wherever you're resident. I think he done moved his residence down to Florida somewhere. Wherever you want to go on and do that. Go on, retire and do that. Or go on, start working back into your business or whatever it is you want to do. Take your whole family, Ivanka and all of them. Take them, Donna Jr., y'all just go on and do whatever y'all doing. You so successful with your business, as you say. Go on and do your business. Go on and do what you do. Just take your whole family, because you got your whole family working up in there. So just take your whole family and just move it on. Just go on about your business. But, you know, I am so happy to be seeing President Joe Biden and Vice President Kamala Harris. I'm going to go make me a t-shirt. President Biden, VP Harris. All right, I'm about to make some t-shirts saying Biden and Harris. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. I'm so happy that we have a fresh start. I don't know what's going to happen in these next 4 years, but from what I can see or what I think, I don't think it can be any worse than what we just went through. Because we had a president in there that didn't give a dang about nobody. I don't care what nobody say. He did not care. That was one selfish man. He didn't care about anybody. So I'm so happy to see what the Biden-Harris team is going to bring us and what this world is going to look like within the next 2 years or so. I'm just happy. I'm so happy for Kamala Harris to be chosen to walk this road, to start this career, and to show them what she has to bring to the table, and to be able to represent the women of the United States and show the women of the United States, if you can put your mind to it, you can do anything you want to do. Even becoming VP, possible president of the United States is very possible. That's one thing I'm very happy for. All these young girls out here can see that they have the opportunity. It doesn't matter their color. Just being a woman, you have the opportunity to become anything that you want to become. And that's something that she is also representing for our young girls and all the girls out here in the United States, okay? All right, congratulations to President Biden, VP Kamala Harris. You guys have a great day. Hey, make sure you're wearing your mask when you're out there. Be safe. And just be kind to everybody that you come in contact with. I'm going to check you guys out next time around.